A story can be driven by so many things. Goals, fear, dreams, and desires. But it's always moved by its heroes. So, what story shall we tell today?
Hello, and welcome back to The Table is Yours, a role-playing adventure show where a group of friends around the table and through Discord and other things like that, because they don't sponsor us yet, play Dungeons and Dragons. I am your beloved GM host. I guess beloved's not necessarily true, but that's my role.
It's true.
It's true. It's true, and you should say it.
Yeah. Con Riley. My pronouns are they, them. And my fun fact this week for this episode is... For your fun fact, who did you wish Issa killed?
Me.
Hi, my name is Lexi May.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, wait. Let's go around to our fergalicious friends.
Fergalicious friends. Hi, my name is Lexi May. I use she, her pronouns. I play One, the human artificer. You can find me at Lexi May I Help You on Be Real.
Hi, I'm Andrew. I play Wash. My pronouns are he, him. You probably still can't find me anywhere on the internet.
Oh, hi, I'm Sydney. My pronouns are she, her, as are Codex Saoris, a resident nightmare.
Hi, I'm Rebecca. I play Isabella Valador, Tiefling Paladin Bard. I use she, her pronouns, as does Issa.
Hi, I'm Vic. My pronouns are they, them. I play Resident Rat Boy Terrence Estanis.
Hey everybody, I'm Heather Alexandria Lore. I play Shay Erebos.
You can follow us, The Table is Yours, everywhere at TTIYD&D on basically all socials, YouTube, podcasts, Instagram, Twitter, Patreon. Please support us on Patreon. We want to make good content for you, and we like making it, and we hope that you like listening to it or watching it. So please support us. There's some fun stuff on there by this point, I'm sure. I won't give you more details, but this is recorded probably like 6 months in advance. But if you go to Patreon, you'll see what we have offered for you. But let's get into our recap for what happened on the last episode of The Table is Yours.
What story shall be sung today? One can never know how the melody might sound. Our adventurers have already begun to pluck the strings of their story, and their combined composition is unfolding like a road before us.
Willow and Rush led us to their camp, which was very kind of them. But Wash and Rush immediately started arguing. Wash called Rush a dog. Rush called Wash a statue. It was, unpleasant. Eventually they calmed down, and Willow lectured us on how dangerous the wilds are. She also gave vague intel on the beast and its last whereabouts. Carp edit. Our next destination. We headed in that general direction while Issa was pulled in another. She fell behind with one at her side, succumbing to mental and physical pain being inflicted upon her by the god she saw the day prior in a dreamscape. She eventually fell to the ground and screamed in pain, no longer able to tolerate the visions and talons scraping her shoulders. She saw a red path illuminated in front of her and begged one to help her make the voices stop. I heard Issa scream as I was catching up with Hal towards the front of the group, and we and the rest of the group ran towards her. Willow immediately identified a scar in Issa's mind from a powerful entity, and Issa confessed to everyone she needed to go up the mountain alone, or this god would kill her. We didn't let her do that. One trained her gaze on Issa with her hand over her gun as we trekked up the mountain. I tried to distract Issa and talk to her about what she was feeling and how she was feeling grief for the first time, before she stopped dead in her tracks, clearly in pain again. Issa felt anger she'd been pushing down for years, all boil to the surface at once as the god forced its way into her mind. She tried one last time to hold it off, but the emotions she felt were too strong, and she was too weak. Wash tried to suggest she hit something to work through her anger, and just as he did, the god fully possessed Issa and took the suggestion with grace. I shadow stepped out of the way just in time to avoid her axe as she bisected Wash with one swing. Issa killed Wash. I don't know where we go from here.
We are in some dicey waters. You still shooting?
Yep. Before I was just going to shoot for the shoulder, but now I'm shooting for the head.
Yeah. Roll a perception check. Roll a Constitution save Codex.
Ooh. What the fuck?
It's what I
It
mean.
was 7.
7?
Am I?
Oh no.
Am I getting attacked?
No.
Okay.
This is out of game, but I'm really excited to see if we can bring an Asimar back because I think it'd be fucking great. Anyway.
I'm also intrigued
I
if you
do-
don't bring me back. I'm very
Does
Does
intrigued.
everyone still feel glad that I'm on the podcast?
Yeah, this is
Let's
great.
take another
Out of
another
character,
vibe check.
Delicious. In character.
Yeah.
Out of character and in
do-
character.
Okay. It's a 20.
With a 7, as you click and get ready to load, you watch as immediately as it was there, it's gone and Issa's Issa. It's up to you if you shoot.
I'm gonna shoot the shoulder down.
Okay. You rolled a hit.
Oh my god. Both of those are 25s. Because I'm shooting twice.
Those are both hit.
Yes.
Roll damage against
Yes.
Issa.
Will it hit, Issa?
That actually doesn't hit.
Oh my god. Crazy.
I'm gonna have a heart attack
Because
in game.
19 damage.
Total?
Yeah, Issa goes down.
Nice.
Well, I
Is
mean,
it?
I don't know.
Khan is giving a face that it might not happen that
Issa
way.
may not go down.
Yeah. Maybe Issa's body tries to go down, but
Let me put it this way. Let's retcon. That is more than my current hit point.
there we go. And more than you healed her for.
All right. So
Whoops.
you again. This is all happening. Literally, this is. I think at most it's been 2 seconds, maybe 2 seconds. Codex. Can you roll a panic save for me as well?
Did Codex run?
Was that not my Constitution save?
No.
This is amazing.
Constitution saving is seeing if you can bear the thing I might throw at you.
Oh, okay, cool, awesome.
Panic is just wisdom. It's just a wisdom save.
Not one.
Long story short, no.
You got a nat 1.
But she is
Yeah, she's scared, but she knows what she wants.
I
This-
love
thi-
that.
This nat 1's in your favor. That's what I'll say.
Okay, cool.
Your nat 1 is in your favor, especially with your 20 Constitution save. As you're like, I don't know why like Codex is like imagine that kind of goes like hair goes up, your fucking ears like as you just like freak out.
Oh, when this all happens,
Yeah.
she's like stock still, her eyes get huge, and like, yeah, it's like Studio Ghibli, like her hair kind of just like all fluffs up for a second, and then she's like off.
You in this moment you watch as like Codex like seems to be like shaking. This is after Issa goes down. Codex is like they're shaking and she seems to be twitching like almost like demonically. The best way I can say is for people who've seen Evil Dead 2013 where it's like
Yes.
like
Yes.
that. It's like she's shaking as you see like crackle of pink energy just starts crackling around her body. This crackle of pink electricity, like lightning, just starts to like ravel around her. It's up to you if you'd like to like. I don't want to describe what you do, like what you as Codex does. This is going to hurt like a bitch.
Yeah, I think she, like, as she's twitching, at one point she just kind of like almost like hurls, like doubles over because of like an amount of pain, and then she just lets out this like, it's like a shrieking scream as like the explosion happens.
As you see it kind of crackles and moves, everybody probably gets kind of like knocked back a bit. You watch as, weirdly enough for both Issa and Wash, it's like time kind of just like whoosh, goes backwards as Wash is onto his body, and the bullets kind of fall out of Issa as she like gets back up. She's still looking rough, but she's no longer looking red. However, all of Wash's blood that fell out is still there, and as they both get up and are like just checking themselves, Wash is kind of like, what the fuck? Like,
Wash throws up on the ground.
Yes.
I tried to put your blood back in.
What-
The vomit back.
Yeah, what I'll say is what it looks like is Codex is doubled over completely on the ground, probably like at the ground, both hands in front of her, like in front of her head, holding her kind of up. You still have your gun up. You are now backed up behind Wash, who's now in front of you. You're probably freaked out.
Yeah, with
You're
my
somewhere-
swords out.
Yeah, you're somewhere near Codex. Issa, you're back up, but still feeling all of the pain. Just undo whatever one did to you. That's all you're undoing, and you're undoing anything that Issa did to you. So you're at whatever health you were before. You're at whatever health before one got you down. As you watch the blood kind of like just seep into the ground, before it goes away, it looks more like it turns into some type of like golden pool of metallic, like almost like heated, like fully liquefied gold, kind of just like with like little flecks of red, like ruby almost, that kind of like sinks into the ground as you just feel this rumbling beneath all of you before there's kind of like this as out pops up this large diamond as it starts to kind of spin in the air, maybe 10 feet in the air. And as it's spinning, you just see it has these gold chains all wrapped around it, very similar to how I've described before, where it looks like it's like almost like a gem that is tied up in wire for a necklace, as it kind of just like floats right in front of Issa. And I know the closest person would then be Wash. It pushes everybody that's not Issa away 10 feet as it just floats in front of Issa. It's almost like this gust of wind kind of like throws through the air near you, almost in like I want to say like a light twister, but like kind of like a Daredevil, but it's kind of continued, like as the wind is kind of just like shifting almost in this like tunnel-esque shape. As Issa just has this diamond, it's pretty big. It's about, I would say it's like width-wise, if you do the whatever pose from the 90s and you have your fingers out, it's probably from like pinky to pinky. Like put all your fingers out, fan all your fingers out. Yeah.
Oh god. You don't want to say that if you put your thumbs touching.
Oh, that's probably a better way of saying it. But it's more. It has the dummy.
It's just like a whatever.
Yeah. You're like whatever, Diamond. I'm leaving. No, but it's probably about the width of it. So I don't know how much that is. Like, is that a foot? Maybe.
Is it the white diamond? Then I get it.
Yeah.
It's probably a bit over a foot.
So it's like a little bit over a foot is the width of this diamond that is just like
a basketball.
Yeah. Maybe a little bit bigger, but it's rotating clockwise very, very slowly in the air. And you just see, like I described before, there's this gold wire that is wrapped around it that does kind of like glow around it. The air gets very dense quickly for everybody around, and in everybody's vision it seems to darken into this like, not a scarlet, it's more of this, I'm trying to think of like the best type of red this is. It's like a rusted red. Ooh. Maybe kind of blood orangey, that darkens the sky and just the area around you as this thing is in front of you, Issa. With all of what's going on, you remember what happened? I'll say in that instant that you sliced Wash in half. It was more like you were a passenger to your body than you were a pilot. You still feel, like you probably still feel the pain of the bullet holes that were like shot through you by one. It's like arcane, right?
Yeah, there's no like bullet. No shrapnel.
I don't know, I can't think of anything better than like a bullet hole though. What else would I call it? Yeah.
Piercing.
The piercing from Claire's feels a little weird.
Definitely infected. You should get that checked out.
Get that checked out. The ammunition, the bullet hole. The bullet hole.
It's a bullet hole. It's an arcane bullet. It's a bullet made of magic. So it's like, yeah.
Yeah, Lexi, with all of your
science stuff.
What's the word for like being against me?
Opposition?
All your opposition.
I'll never let you get away with it.
Anyway, but you still feel the pain of it, and remember all that has happened. There are no words you're hearing, but you just feel this intense pull to this diamond. And I'm going to open the floor to everybody in a second. As you're kind of standing there and you feel like the best way I can describe it is like that cinematic, like, the wind is blowing. But the pressure of like this wind that is kind of like blowing this area about.
Your friends are being blown.
Even all your friends are being blown.
Your friends are being blown. No,
Having
but
a great time.
You feel... What was it? The shakening? The shakening of your pockets. No. You feel something inside one of your pockets kind of like rustling about that you don't remember being in like the pocket of your cloak. So you feel this pull, but you also this like, for some reason, despite all the shit that's going on, your attention is split towards something in your pocket. So it is like weird. It's not like you're like, oh my god, what's in my pocket? Like you're like
oh my god, hold on a second, whoa.
Yeah, you have this weird like, what? Why? What?
I'm gonna roll. I keep my focus on the diamond. I think with my memory of what I just did to Wash physically, even though it wasn't agency. Like, physically, I just killed Wash. I just split Wash in half in front of the whole party with one swing that felt way too powerful for me, and I just had my agency taken away. And I think in the moment, I feel like if I just do what this voice is telling me to do, that maybe I'll have my agency back. And so I will go towards the diamond.
Okay, so you go to grab it, and you just feel in your head, and then I'm gonna release the table to you guys. You kind of feel this voice crawl into your head and just say, "Cut the wire." What is everybody else doing? There is this. I will say with what's happening where the diamond is that pushes you guys out. There will be resistance for that area around it of wind. And shit.
Yeah.
Wash, I would also say probably, even though it got fully reversed, you're feeling like shit.
Yeah.
Even if you're at whatever health you're at, you're feeling like a complete
I think
utter
all I'm
shit.
doing is staggering up.
Yeah.
So there's like,
Does he have like a dope scar across the middle of his
No, because it got reversed.
Yeah.
Bummer.
Even though there's like resistance, I'm gonna try to get V2 to like go. I'm gonna go like V2 fetch, and I'm gonna be like trying to yell and be like, "Issa, don't touch that!"
So that's the command.
Roll a Constitution save for V2. V2 will kind of V2 will kind of unfurl out of you back into his form of like the Doberman, and try to push through this wave, this like resistance, if you will. Roll a Constitution save.
That one.
Oh no!
Yeah, as soon as he like tries to hit it, this is probably one of the first times you've seen V2 do this. He kind of like it like whimpers as he like kind of like goes back behind you.
Okay, the amount of nat ones that everyone
Yeah,
table
Can
has
we get our
played.
shit together, please?
Just for everybody at home, we do
wild.
record 2 episodes a session, so it's been a lot of that ones today.
Jesus.
Also, go Birds.
Go Birds.
We still don't know the outcome.
We still don't know.
We'll see you guys next week.
The game hasn't started yet.
Yeah,
Oh, that's true, yeah.
What we got?
It's like about to.
Maybe 37 minutes.
Well, seeing that, I'm gonna pull my rifle. Will stay out, and I'll be like, "Issa, do not touch that." And I'm gonna try to like move towards it. I know it's probably gonna be like super slow.
Roll a con save as well. What's everybody else doing? Oh, well, con save first. I probably should ask and hear the answer from like, what did you roll again?
12.
Noted. What's everyone else doing in this simultaneously in this time?
I think as Shay heard one do the V2 fetch, she glanced down and as much as she could kind of make eye contact with one, and then it was just like a quick glance and then back up to Issa and the diamond, and honestly, Shay's a little frozen.
Cool.
She doesn't know what she wants to do right now. Her body wants to push her forward and go towards it, but she can't move.
I think Terrence is gonna go over to Codex, because you just shrieked in pain and made time go backwards. So I'm gonna go make sure you're okay.
Yeah, I would say she's very, like, I would assume she's close to incapacitated, but not, like, unconscious. Like, I picture she's on the ground, like, basically, like, almost collapsed, like, but, like, on all four. Like, she's holding herself up on her, like, her forearms, and she's, like, trying to breathe, but it's just, like, wheezing. Like, she's had all of the wind knocked out of her, and she's, like, trying to breathe, and then also panicking. So it's, like, it's just, like, it's, like, bridging on, like, what you would, like, see from, like, a panic attack, but, like, not there, because she's still somewhat there. But, like, she's just, it's, like, she can't catch her breath, and she's just wheezing and probably crying.
Do I have to roll to get over to Codex? Because I assume we're kind of, like, parallel.
It's almost like, imagine like it's like a dome.
Yeah. He's just gonna come over to you. He's not gonna, like, touch you yet, like, not, like, put a hand on your shoulder or anything, because he's like, holy shit, are you okay? You just made time go backwards. Are you... he's kind of just, like, hover handsing over you and is like, what can I do to help you?
She's probably, like, hasn't caught her breath enough to be able to talk, but she's trying to be, like, just trying to get anything out, and she's like, I don't know, just heaving.
Okay, at this point he is just gonna put, like, a hand on your shoulder and just kind of sit with you while this shit is going on for a second.
The people who are not, like, stunned at this point, so you're stunned, and Codex is obviously stunned. Is Terrence stunned? Not, like, I don't mean, like, actually stunned, but, like...
Frozen?
Yeah, like you're not, like... Like, you're not stunned.
No.
No, okay.
Probably more shocked than stunned.
Right.
Yeah. It's more like his panic is more like, I need to make sure that nothing else is gonna fucking come from the sky.
Terrence and 1, both of you make a charisma save.
Can I roll well today? I haven't rolled above 10.
Nice.
What's Terrence's riz?
You know Terrence has no riz.
Putting on the wrist.
11.
11, 2.
Oh no!
Thank God it was a critical fail, but...
Oh my god.
And again, this is all simultaneous. As you kind of like, you're like, okay, and then you kind of like look back up at just like this vision, not vision, but like, you know, the scene of Issa standing in front of this diamond, and you cock your gun towards her again. Both of you feel this very intense anger grow inside your hearts. You, without even thinking, what's the word for it? Like, what is it when you get a like? It's like
Cock it.
Yeah, you cock the gun immediately, and you feel your hand without like you like realize it, but also it's like you're like, oh, I'm doing this, grabbing for a serum. But you both feel this intense anger as you just like look at the scene of the diamond and Issa there. It's up to you if you wish to, like, 1, I would say you're probably directing your anger towards Issa. You're probably more directing your anger towards the diamond, I would assume. But if you think, no, that's fine.
I was gonna say, like, yeah.
Also, like, as much as like I'm like taking away agency for like roles, I'm also don't like take away your agency where it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I mean, would you say, so this anger, it feels like I'm mad about, like, the situation? Or, like, it's just, or I can manifest that kind of however.
It's like this, it just is this pointed anger towards this, the visual of the scene.
I think he, like, has a serum in his hand, and, like, as he, like, not calms Codex, but, like, is, like, trying to soothe Codex, when he gets that, like, flood of anger, his, like, brow froze, and he's just gonna stand up, and he's gonna start kind of, like, moving forward, like, pressing forward.
Roll a perception check as well.
These are good. I would like to roll good.
This one I will give you advantage on, before you tell me.
That was the same number twice. Perception, that's a 17.
She did it once again. If you even take a look towards 1, she's pointing that at Issa. You know she's pointing that at Issa. Have that develop with your anger in any way you wish.
He's gonna probably pivot, because he's not mad at Issa.
Oh.
He's gonna go toward, like, start going towards 1.
Okay. Are you drinking this serum?
Not yet.
No, just tell me if you do.
I think if you want, like, a contingency for when, I think it's, like, if I even detect, like, the slightest move of her finger on the trigger, like, he's gonna drink it and charge.
Noted. What is your contingency for what Issa's doing? If she just goes closer to the diamond? Or if she goes to grab? Like, if an arm stretches out?
Goes to grab it. The contingency will change if Issa talks, but right now if Issa just goes to reach, I do intend to pull the trigger.
Alright, Issa.
Do I hear 1 at all? Like, is that something that I would have picked up, or is it like the swirling wind, my focus is on the diamond, like, am I even clocking that?
I would say no. Unless you really think you would for whatever reason, but I don't think you would, no.
No, the thing I rolled before was like if I'm still focused on the diamond, and I rolled a natural 19, so I was still focused on the diamond, so I was definitely not going into my pocket, even though that would have been helpful because I know it's in my pocket, but wasn't going into the pocket. Do not hear 1. How high off the ground is this diamond?
10 feet, so if you're 6'3",
my axe can reach it.
You could probably reach it with a little hop.
Yeah.
A little hop, just a little nice hop.
Your axe could also reach it if you're just trying to cut.
Yeah, Issa reaches for her axe and goes to cut the diamond.
So you reach back first for your axe, right? Or you're probably still holding it, so you just like you're probably.
I'm holding it now.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
You have a chance to say something, and you also have a chance. Well, you're gonna be looking at her, but you have a chance to shout another thing as she's lifting up her thing.
I will shout out a think about this.
Roll a perception check at disadvantage to see if you even notice it.
Oh, I rolled really well. 23 at disadvantage.
There's a break. There's a break, and you do hear that. So as you feel yourself like slowly lifting the axe, like there is a stop. It's up to you what you do, but there's a break. You can hear 1, and you can probably now detect or like perceive 1.
1 probably still continue. If I see you hesitate, 1 will give a now back away.
Shay.
Yep, Shay's gonna cast darkness. I think Shay's finally like out of her like shock after just like a second to evaluate the entire situation. And Shay hears one say her thing, Issa falters, and then a little tendril of just like smoke comes out of her mouth as she mutters something, just staring at Issa, and then just darkness engulfs her.
So you watch as what you usually do for darkness kind of comes out of your mouth and starts to hit towards the wall of the wind flowing around it. As soon as the darkness hits the wind flowing, it just disappears out. So you kind of watch as it like, as like, it's big, so it like kind of like, whoosh, you watch it just kind of gets like, whoosh, and pushed away.
Nice.
Oh, I thought I could relax for a second. I can't.
You're dealing with the god's power.
Yeah.
But I love everyone trying. So please continue.
How far away is Issa, like, the diamond from where we are?
10 feet.
Oh. Interesting. If Terrence is moving away and she feels like Terrence leave her, she probably, like, manages to look up and just take in the shit. And I have an action. I think I'm gonna hold an action, and I think it's gonna. This is gonna be like her reflexively doing something, but the trigger is going to be if Issa swings at the diamond. I'm going to cast something. That's
noted. Something I just forgot, Shay, because you've now interacted with this. Can you roll a charisma save?
Yeah. Okay. There's 21.
21. Okay. It doesn't necessarily creep and envelop over you, but you like it's not fully dominating over like the heart of your emotions. But the moment the darkness gets like disbanded, you do feel like, well, I guess you don't feel like creeping. It's just like there is this creeping feeling of like not intense, but anger floods through. It's up to you where you direct it.
She definitely falters when she hears 1, but only for a second, and she's gonna swing at the diamond.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Okay, noted. So, as she goes, this is, just because fun cinema,
like
and
a
this is how I run my
domino
games. It's fun for story, okay? People at home, I'm sorry I'm not everybody else who DMs. It's for fun. This is going to be everyone, unless if you think Wash will, do you think Wash, or do you think Wash is just barreling? Like,
I was gonna say, like, if a certain amount of time passed, Wash is going to try one of two things.
Can you say that one more time, sorry?
If a certain amount of time has passed, so Wash is fully, like, stood up, he was going to do one of two things. I haven't decided which.
Okay.
But
I'm going to say about 10-15 seconds has passed since the diamonds appeared. By the time that this has all happened, you're kind of like gathering, like Codex, you kind of have a moment of like, instead of like staring probably at your feet just to keep composure, like staring up and taking in the scene by the time that Issa goes to swing. So, Issa rolled to hit. You have your reaction now, which is to hit Issa, and you have your reaction, which is to drink and charge.
I'm just gonna grab the gun to try and push it away.
Noted. Okay.
That's my plan, is to like charge in, move the gun so it doesn't fire at Issa.
And Codex has
This is a flat attack roll, right?
Yeah, yours is a flat attack roll. Hold on to it for a second, and then so you have what you're doing. So yours is gonna. So you also roll to hit. You will also roll to grapple. Roll against
And I'm on my
their grapple.
second overdraw.
You are in your second overdraw because you did not rest. Yes, so you are in your second overdraw.
Early.
So yeah, so then you have
Berserker.
advantage on your strength checks, which is grapple.
So
If you beat her grapple,
Which is a good chance you will.
you'll
Yeah.
push her gun, but she will still shoot. And
shoot something. Please don't shoot Shay.
you might get damaged. So that's what you three are all doing. You're all doing your rolls. Let's just go Codex, Wash, then Shay.
I had that spell, like, action held. So if Issa even goes to swing, she's just going to instinctively cast Mage Hand. And try and grab the diamond and pull it to herself.
Noted.
And I can tell you what the Mage Hand looks like, but I'll describe it if it succeeds, if things happen.
Issa, hold on to your roll to hit. That's going to be the important number at the end of this. But for 1, Terrence and Codex so far, noted and stored in the bank. Wash.
Because I rolled highs, I'm going to try to push my way through that wind thing.
Okay.
And you said it's divine in nature, so I'm gonna flavor it as he's like pushing his hand through, radiant consumption is going to start flickering out his eyes and mouth.
Roll a
Yeah.
Constitution save.
Finally!
Ah,
I've been waiting for this one.
Constitution save is 19.
19. I'll say you can start to mold it to try to go through. It's you're still pushing. It's like you're pushing against 50 feet as you're pushing through. But Wash is the only person as this is all happening at once that's like pushing through.
Should I take radiant consumption damage?
Yes.
Cool.
And you kind of watch as like almost like out of his eyes and mouth, it's just like glowing light.
It's light that looks, it like flickers like flame.
Yeah. Shay.
Okay, so Wash goes supernova. Got it.
Yep, love it.
Wash also. Oh, and Codex also, because you're both doing. Sorry, I forgot. Both of you, since you're now trying to interact with this thing, both of you roll a charisma save.
Oh yeah.
Oh, come on, Andrew.
4.
4. Wash, as you're going further in, you're just being consumed by insurmountable rage.
That's fine, I was already working with it.
But it's going to go so red, you're not going to be able to discern. I'll say that.
If I make it to Issa, I'm going to headbutt her. That was my plan
Could be worse than
beforehand.
It could be worse than that. It's just you're just being consumed by rage, but not the I would like to rage kind of rage. Codex
12.
12. You you have never been consumed by this type of anger and wanting to hurt before. And when I say hurt, others and things, not yourself. Shay's the only one who passed this vibe check, but she still has anger in her. It's just
She's
not as
got
like
the
it's not
riz.
all consuming.
I'm back to rolling below 10, so
You got your one.
So everybody but Shay is like being completely consumed by like anger. Shay, you have this like nagging anger that's coming towards you. It's still not good, but it's better than them.
I'm more just like, God damn it, my spell didn't work.
You're so sorry.
So I want to get a quick overview of the scene. So I see Wash glowing, pushing his way through this torpedo,
Almost
just like red-faced veins popping all over the place.
Yeah, almost like it's like he's like pushing through like this like elastic wall. He's like slowly pushing against it to go through. Yeah.
Gotcha, and it's the whole eye, mouth, kind of glowing. One is pointing her gun at Issa, like finger right next to the trigger. Terrence is gulping down tonic and charging towards one. Codex, what are you doing?
she's still on like the ground, and you like, if anything, when she looks up, she kind of like slams her hands down into the ground, and her fingers dig into the dirt, and you just see like the pink electricity kind of like surge through the dirt, and they're surging towards the diamond. But like it's still on the ground right now, and it's just like snaking its way through the terrain.
All right, and Issa is
Swinging.
Issa's swinging.
Mid-swing, yeah.
This is all slow motion.
It is.
And we haven't said yet what Issa's hit is going to be.
Yeah, and honestly, I love the idea that she just kind of like stands and just like slow-mo looks at everyone, just like,
And then you do roll perception as well.
I'm gonna do perception.
Interesting.
17 perception. I'm not gonna do anything. Shay's gonna, in all honesty, it's that whole, alright, so it's the Futurama when Fry has too much coffee and like
Yes.
the rest of the world slows down around him.
Yeah.
That is 100% what's happening. She just like slowly like clocks everything, and she's just gonna kind of start like slowly circling around this like dome of wind and just watching.
Yeah, so in this one, like right before this instant of Issa hitting, which is what this is all culminating to, you do hear this like yell of, Ross, what the fuck are you doing? As you just hear, as you see this big beast rushing towards this dome. No one else but Shay notices
I also
this.
see it.
Yep. Issa, what did you roll to hit?
18.
18. Okay. I'm gonna make a percentile check. I'll let my table decide. Highs or lows for break?
Lows.
Lows? Okay. That's under 50, right? If it's 50, I'll roll again.
I want to know. Oh, I don't know.
I don't want to know.
You watch as like Issa again, all in an instant, you see as like the red consumes her weapon again, as well as her hands, and you see like the horns kind of grow out of her eyes of red as she just to swing at the diamond, and there is this like boom, crack that kind of like goes out for a brief second, allowing time for you to try to mage hand, you to completely be inside of the aura, you to shoot, and you to stop. So, what was yours to hit?
Does a 15 hit? I rolled really low.
15 meets it, beats it.
So it would hit, but what was your grapple against one?
It's athletics, correct?
Yes, and hers is acrobatics or athletics, whatever she so chooses.
It's not gonna be good.
And remember, you have advantage on strength checks and saving throws.
I know, I got a 20.
And you have a plus... Well, yeah.
I could never roll that high.
Whatever damage is, roll damage, and you're going to take half.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, as soon as, like... So, you're not supposed to put your finger on the trigger. As soon as I see your finger, like, move as she swings, it's like a... Starting to run, takes a swig, and, like, the big foot falls for, like, in front of him as he, like, grows and just grabs the gun and, like, pushes it.
Nice.
I think it'd be really fun if I could try and, like, but I'm not gonna break your weapon, I guess, but...
You know I can fix that.
Yeah.
Okay, then I try to do that. I'm gonna just, like, try and angle it.
That makes more sense. Okay, if you kind of push it, it's going to,
Oh.
it's going to burst in your face. What's the damage?
13 full damage.
Then take full.
Okay.
13 what?
Piercing.
Piercing.
Then I
So
take half.
you'll take half because you're raged. So in this instant, you kind of like, as she shoots, you it just explodes at the end of the barrel, and it will do damage to you. You'll take half.
Okay.
Oh man.
I say you have your armor kind of defend you a little, but you'll take half. It explodes and you fall back. You don't fall prone, but you fall back, and you probably catch yourself with one of your hands. You're not prone. You're not going to use heavy movement. But that's what happens is you kind of just like it hits you.
I think he's just, like, standing over you, like, staring, like, heaving, and he's like, don't touch her.
She's going to do a lot worse to herself.
In that moment,
I don't understand.
you're trying to mage hand move it, Codex. How fast can you move it in, let's say, like a second?
In one action, so it's one action to cast and move 30 feet.
So, Issa, you hit it. You do see it cracks a bit of the golden wire, but it does not break. As Codex like shifts it over, Wash, you're now in there. What are you doing when you're getting close to it?
Oh, I'm going to tackle Issa, try to grapple, and try to pin, and then also punch.
Damn.
Lots of things happening.
Okay.
I have 2 attacks. One can be used as a grapple. With pin down, I can use a bonus action to turn a grapple into a restrain.
You won't have time for a bonus action, I'll say that.
Okay, so just grapple and punch.
Yeah. Grapple and punch.
It would be athletics.
Athletics or acrobatics for Issa, athletics for you. Wash.
I got a 19.
I got a 20.
Okay, that'll beat you. So you do grapple. Do you grapple and like pull her, like push her?
I'm
over?
gonna like grab the axe and try to like move it to the ground and then punch in the face.
Yeah. Nope. That's fine. That's fine. Because it's in this moment of reprieve, if you will.
You will also take additional radiant damage.
Oh. How much damage did you do?
So I didn't roll for damage yet. For punch, it's 10.
God damn.
For radiant on top of that, it's 13, and you'll also take another 3, so you'll take 16 damage total.
You still up?
Yeah. I think I was hellish rebuking, though, in the moment.
That's fine. Hellish rebuke against Wash. So he has to roll a deck save, I think.
I could be your angle or your devil.
Stop.
Yeah, deck save.
Deck save from Wash.
Nat 20.
Nice. So he'll take half.
There you go.
But he'll take half, right?
I think so, yeah. Is this before or after he hits me with a punch?
After.
Hellish Rebuke is triggered after you get hit.
It's reaction to being hit.
So is this my reaction to being grappled or my reaction to being...
It's
Being punched.
reaction to being punched, yeah.
Well, then I'm already down. I only had 13 HP.
Flavor, just do it anyway, it's fun.
18 fire damage.
18 fire damage. So
Oh,
you
damn.
take 9.
Okay.
In this time where it gets moved, Rush will jump through. Rush seeing Issa being pinned down, like almost like animalistic. This is all in an instant. He is doing 2 things in his double action, which is going to be to swipe at you to get off of her and grab the diamond in his mouth. That is a 25 to hit Wash,
That sure do.
and then that is a 19 to grab the diamond, which it will.
Can Shay do something since she's probably the first one that saw this?
Sure, why not?
Great. Let me look at something real fast.
Holy shit. 16 slashing.
Damn.
That exactly puts me down.
Really?
Yep.
Oh shit.
Nightmare.
This is a nightmare.
We're having a good time. This is a good time.
Yeah, so he kind of like and slashes, and then like in his mouth you can see as he jumps through the aura.
How big is his mouth?
He's huge. He's a huge werewolf. He's probably like lengthwise like a direwolf.
Nice.
It's more like he's a werewolf he's a werewolf in the idea less of like, oh, I'm a wereman, like I'm a wolf man. More of like he turned into this giant wolf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. It is just like the scene in Wolf Cop every time.
Yeah, shall we?
Okay, so he just jumped through and on the diamond. Fuck. I have something that I really want to do, but I'm afraid of what it'll happen. So now...
So Rush is still inside, but he has the diamond.
Yes,
but
he
like,
is in the middle of the
vortex
aura,
thing.
holding it to it. It shifts with him. So as Codex moves it 5 feet, the whole aura shifts, and he now has it in his mouth as it is shifted, and he is just standing there.
Just like huffing.
Yeah, he looks like a Huffy Puffy.
A little huffy puffy. Has he done anything except for just grab it in his mouth?
I mean, he slashed Wash on the way in.
Yeah.
He killed Wash, but that's like not.
But that's fine.
But Issa did too. Who cares?
Yeah, Issa and Wash are now down. One is being grappled by Terrence. I'm doing a recap for everyone, as well as myself.
Yeah. So what has all happened for everybody and for your knowledge as well, Shay, is Issa was standing in front of the diamond and people were pushed 10 feet away.
Yep.
One cocked the gun and tried to talk to Issa. Terrence was looking at the diamond but getting and everyone's getting angry at this because this diamond is just projecting anger on everybody.
Except for me.
Yeah. Not as much, yeah. Terrence turns to one to basically be like, at the moment that she shoots, I'm grabbing it. Wash went full fucking bomb radiant and started walking through pushing through the aura, and then Codex was trying to cast Mage Hand to move the diamond. Once Issa hits, there is this like break in the aura. Mm-hmm. And then in that break in the aura, during that time you heard Willow calling for Rush, what the fuck was he doing? And he jumped through. As Wash reached Issa, grappled her to the ground, and punched her out. He slashed Wash in the back, knocking him out, and then chopped onto the diamond after it got moved by Codex. He is now in the middle of the direct middle of this aura.
This is very high flavor, but functionally, it's going to function like Mage Hand. It will never do anything beyond be Mage Hand. But, I guess since Shay was observing, like, when she slammed her hands to the ground, it's like the two streaks of, like, the lightning, they kind of, like, collide together as they tunnel through the terrain, and it literally, like, bursts up into, like, a shark fin, and it burrows to the ground, and then a great white just surges up from the ground and, like, chomps on the diamond and starts to slam back down to move it, and that's when, Rush goes through it, and as he collides with it, it just, like, dissipates and explodes.
Cool.
That's awesome.
Sweet.
I love that.
That is awesome. So I'm gonna dash on over to Terry and one. And shove them apart as much as possible and go, we are not the enemies. This diamond is doing it to us. Persuasion.
Yeah, sure.
I know Terry is pretty.
Logically, I
You don't
could
have
agree.
to roll
I don't know
persuasion for
emotionally right now.
No,
I'm more angled towards Terry.
Yeah, because he's just breathing heavy and looking at.
Yeah, and I mean, you just like shoved one in the gun and everything, right?
Heather's right. Persuasion. You were being infected with
I
anger.
guess that's true.
I got a 22 on persuasion.
Excellent. I rolled well and still didn't do it.
Excellent.
Because I have no adds to my wisdom save, so I couldn't.
Hey.
3.
So you both can be pushed away and separated by Shay with that persuasion roll. You're both still very, very angry.
He doesn't really have a way with words, so I think he's just like breathing and like looking around right now. Like, what am I supposed to attack if not the person right in front of me? Like, what am I like? He is like hitting his like legs, like as he's standing, and like it's like he needs to hit something.
If there's any skin showing where you're hitting, it starts to bruise.
Yeah. He looks at you and goes, "What do I hit?"
Him. And she points to Rush.
Hell yeah.
He's gonna turn and he's gonna run.
Jesus.
He has no fucking like what like concept of like consequence. Like he's like, I'm just gonna you point and he goes.
Perfect.
Noted. Roll a Constitution saving throw. See if you can go through the aura.
She's like, you know what? If anything, it'll knock him out.
You probably.
Oh, saving throw, that is 19.
19. Yeah, you can like Wash. You can start pushing through. you're now... Yeah, when you start, you would be 10 feet from Rush. But in that time, as you're moving forward, 10 feet, you're going to take 20 radiant damage. You're going to take 2 radiant damage for every foot you move.
Oh shit, okay.
Yeah.
Shay's staying away from these
And
women.
even though you don't have resistance as a barbarian, like, because of your role, you have resistance. It could have been a lot worse.
Oh, good. Okay. So I take 20 total.
Yeah, you will, by the time you get there, you will take 20 total when someone stops you. But if you get all the way to Rush, you will take 20 total. But you are still pushing against this elastic feeling. I mean, obviously, like, it's hard to describe, because it's not like necessarily like, it's like this elastic, it's more of like this is, it's a force pushing against you.
Yeah. He's definitely kind of just like full force, like head first, kind of like running through this thing. And also, it's a good thing that I didn't drop below half until now, because you move directly towards the nearest creature and I have to attack him. Like, I am like going for this wolf.
As you push further in, when we get to halfway, you're going to take another serum. You're that angry.
Okay. No, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, you're going to take another.
Yeah. Especially now that I'm getting
How
close.
close are you to danger state?
This would be danger state.
Damn.
We're in danger.
We're in a danger state. In the Chimera, I took 2.
You took 2. This was
And then
3.
this was the third.
This was the second
would be-
overdraw.
Yeah, this will be my 4th.
Well,
We're
this is your, like-
level 5, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So this will be 4, and yeah.
Yeah, so that's on the break. Level 5, fighting a guy, guys.
Yeah, so when you're pushing through, when she does that, Willow and Hal will probably pick up, and Willow will be like, "What the fuck is going on?" As Codex is still on the ground. And
This
She's probably like kicked off at this point if she can, and she's gonna head towards Wash and Issa to try and try and stabilize them if anything.
so are you gonna go like around the aura and then try to push through that way?
Yeah, she like the second Rush grabs her, she's like fuck it, and just like gets up. Like she's probably still freaking out, but like she's just, like kind of pushes off and like scares over. And she's gonna go to Wash first to try and stabilize Wash first.
Make a Constitution saving throw to see if you can get through the aura.
Wait, can I go around the aura?
No. The
They're
aura
still in
it's a 10-foot radius of the aura. So you only moved it 5 feet to the left. So wherever Rush is, it's still 10 feet, which means Issa and Wash are still in the aura.
Got it. I can't mage hand them out. No, it's only 10 feet. Dick. I got a 20 on my con save.
Yeah, you can start pushing for every. You got 20. Yeah. So for every foot, you're gonna take 2 radiant damage. Yeah, they're about 5 feet in, so you're gonna take 10 radiant damage in total to get to Wash.
Okay. Is Issa right next to? They were like.
Wash is on top of Issa.
Yep.
Yeah, like literally just on top of each.
Perfect. So I take 10 radiant. I'm going to try and just throw Wash out of the fucking aura, and then go to throw Issa out of the aura as well.
Make 2 strength checks.
Can I do athletics because it's lifting?
Yeah.
Cool. The first one for Wash is a 21, and for Issa it's a 14.
Yep. You can do it for both of them, but you will take damage just for all of the intensity of what's going on. I'm gonna say you strain your muscles doing this because Wash is really heavy. So is Issa.
Yeah, they're big people. If she can pull Issa without the axe, she's just gonna try and move Issa. Like she's not gonna try.
Okay, that's fine. You'll take 6. Just like we'll just call it bludgeoning, but it's just 6 strain damage. Willow's like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Well, I think we found whatever it was that was infesting Issa's mind in Rush's mouth now somehow.
Call off your dog.
My dog is saving you.
Can we send it somewhere because it's having not a great effect?
She kind of like walks up to the edge of the aura, and you see it's like her hair. You watch as it kind of like fans out, and you see as like it kind of glows with magic as she touches the outside of the aura, and you see her go like as it kind of like burns her this radiant damage as she's slowly trying to push it in. So as Codex is doing this thing, and you're already pretty full in there, she's like pushing the aura in towards the diamond. But 5 feet in is when you're going to take that 3rd serum. So make your danger state roll.
Oh yeah. Fingers crossed, guys. If I get double snake eyes, I drop dead.
I don't think
Very
I
good.
5 and a 6.
Nice. Yep. Nice.
That's scary every time.
So yeah, you take another, and you see like Terrence who's like pushing through, like as he kind of just like starts pushing through more, and you get close to the dog, who like he is just standing still, and just like looking at you. He does have like a snarled face. You're Terry, and you're not smart enough to realize that he doesn't seem consumed with anger. He seems angry, like he's trying to like back you off, but like not like this is infecting me.
Yeah.
And when Willow goes up, like, her face is like of pain, but she also seems to be unaffected by whatever this divine magic is.
He's just seeing red. I think that, like, especially with the addition of the rage and in danger state, like, this anger has all consumed him.
Okay.
And, like, he is going to just hit this
Okay,
dog.
roll to hit.
I can hit 4 times.
Roll to hit.
Oh my god.
At level 4, which is fucking insane. But that probably won't do it. That's an 11. That one won't hit.
That'll mess you up.
I'm gonna do this one instead.
Like,
That's a natural 18.
That'll hit.
That's a 21.
Will hit.
Nice.
That's a natural 20.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, so we're gonna do. This will be the natural 20.
The diamond like drops out of his mouth and goes towards Wash and Issa, and they're in the circle again. They're like, fuck!
And then I instantly die.
God damn it!
46 damage.
Okay. Holy fuck.
And he just gets up and
Like, what are you doing with your 4 punches?
he doesn't give a fuck about this diamond, like, at all. He's like, I'm literally just trying to hit this dog. I am so angry at
John
this
Ralphio
man.
loves punching or kicking dogs.
And I think he's just taking his fist and, like, beating into the side and, like, back of, like, shoulder area of this thing. And it's just, like, beating on him, like...
You kind of feel like it's kind of like whimpering, like a large whimper from this dog.
Vic feels really bad.
We all feel bad.
I don't want to be... I was kicking dogs.
I'm gonna roll one strength save. If I fail, he drops it.
Oh.
Oh god.
God in heaven.
It's a critical fail.
Oh my god!
Like you can look, it's that one right there. I was like, what if can I change it?
If it wasn't,
I don't look.
I'm gonna do something so horrible, and if we get a fan of
Do it.
I need them to forgive me. I need them to forgive me.
Are you gonna kill a dog?
Don't do it. Don't kill Raj.
You watch
We do hate Rush, but
as Terry pounds on it, like he like and like you watch the diamond kind of flies up out of his mouth and starts to like land. You like the aura moves with it, and you watch as Willow goes, "What the fuck?" And you see her hands just kind of glow white as she slaps Terry, and Terry just goes flying. And she goes to grab the diamond, and you watch as her entire body kind of like fills up with white light as she then just like. And just the white just disperses as the diamond falls to the ground. No, she's dead.
What?
She kind of like explodes in this light, but she nulls the diamond for the time being.
Fuck.
So, does the aura stop?
Yeah.
knows
it
the
just,
diamond.
falls
I didn't know if the
Yeah.
aura stopped. I knew the diamond was null, but I didn't know if it was just like...
No, like the power of the diamond still exists, but the aura was nulled.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And she sacrificed herself for it, basically.
Oh god.
Willow!
How far do I get thrown?
Is it still wrapped?
It is. As it falls and hits the ground, you watch as Rush, like, I would say for everybody, it's like that you feel like for the anger that overconsumed everybody, you feel like if it's a poison, it feels like it's slowly draining out, so you're kind of a little like hungover as it's kind of coming out of all of you. You probably got hit into like some rock over there. You are unconscious. You got hit out of rage.
Oh, Willow.
You're gonna be unconscious.
For a while.
12 hours.
12 hours?
Jeez. And that doesn't count as a long rest.
In the wilds? Guys, I don't know if we're gonna be able to finish this job.
Wait, did he revert back to Terrence form, or is he in Terry form?
Yeah, I assume it's like he hit
cool.
the wall, slouched to the ground, and then shrunk, and is just out.
Gotcha.
Do you want to know what that was?
Yes?
That was her, what's it called?
Desperation.
That was her act of desperation.
To save.
Well, to expend her energy to know a thing of divine magic or something.
Yeah.
Or magic. You kind of, as you guys are all kind of like, as you just watch, like, Rush is, like, kind of coming back to himself. And as he's coming back to himself, it does look as, like, he literally does come out, like, fully naked. Like, what looks like, on his, like, you would have noticed, like, on the wolf there is what was, like, a bag that he had on. As he kind of, like, slowly goes over. And he's, like, bruised. His leg is, like, broken as he, like, inches over towards the diamond. and grabs it and just like puts it up and like kind of holds it almost like a football. Go Birds! like under his arm like that as he kind of like slouches over and kind of like tries to go towards probably Shay, who's the only person standing. At this time, Hal's going to go over to Issa and Wash, and he's going to heal both of you. This is while Rush was like slowly trying to get over there, which will bring you both to stabilization, and unless you choose to be unconscious, you will be awake.
Shay's gonna try to help Rush however she can.
Get away from me.
Please, let me help you.
I don't want fucking help! He's kind of like looking around as if he's like looking for Willow, like he's lost. But he knows she's not there.
Yeah.
At this point, I'd probably say you two are healed enough to be awake. He's just kind of like standing there, huffing. Probably at a point after Hal heals the two of you, and just says, "Okay." You probably both heal for about 10.
What the fuck happened?
He probably takes off like his he has like this almost like shawl on that he takes up and just like wraps Rush in to get a little bit of privacy.
I up, and I've dealt with the diamond before. I can take it off of you.
He kind of like turns, because I'm assuming where Codex, Wash, and Issa are is kind of like opposite of, like if he was in the center is the opposite of where you and Shay were. So he probably just like turns and like limps towards where Wash, Codex, and Issa were, and he like goes. He like does not even give eye contact to Wash, does not even give eye contact to Codex, and he goes right up to Issa and says, "Was this calling you?" "It's your problem." Puts it in your hands.
Woof.
I'm sorry about Willow. I told you not to come.
He just kind of turns.
Will you let me heal you?
I think you need the healing first.
She's gonna try to reach out very slowly and heal him instead.
He'll allow you to.
I'm gonna use all my healing. 32.
Damn.
Okay. You still have to go to Carpet, so meet us at the bottom of the mountain when you're ready. And he kind of just like turns and goes to Hal, who probably helps hobble him down.
As Hal helps Rush down, Shay's gonna like kind of half step towards them to follow, but turn back to Issa and the rest of the group after like a quick like nod to Hal. Everyone all right? Ish.
What just happened?
Great question.
You got one. I am just staring at Issa and the diamond.
Yes.
I love that bit.
Marisa and the Marina
Serena and the diamond. I know how to deal with those. I can take it off of you. She kind of like reaches out her hand.
No.
What are you gonna do with it?
I don't hear anything. I don't see anything. Nothing.
We should find somewhere secure to hide it, so that no one else can touch it again. We don't know how long it can be suppressed.
Let's go to carpet it. I slip it in my pocket.
It's big, but when you do try to go move it, it does kind of morph to the size you wish it to be to put it in the pocket.
Oh.
When you put it in the pocket, you do feel that thing that was rustling around in there from before.
Yeah, I take it out and look at it.
Let's say it's an inside pocket of your cloaks. Just not that people can't still try to sneak thief it if they wish, but just so it's not like,
Yeah.
ooh, $1. Like
It's actually, you know those like low pockets where stuff falls out all the time? It's like that. Like, or like a hoodie pocket when you bend over your phone falls out. That's, she's like, diamond. Yeah. Here we go. No, it's like, I think close to her chest, inside pocket.
looking at this thing you pull out is this very smooth oval object that is this deep ruby color. It has the same exact magic you can feel that your other sitting stones do.
Yeah, she puts it back in her pocket.
For the 5 of you, you do see just very bloodied, unconscious Terrence.
I'm gonna walk over and put Terrence in a fireman carry, then walk back.
Perfect.
He weighs like nothing.
Yeah.
Like,
When you pick him up, he just
hand.
floats away.
He is a waif of a man.
So is it awkward you guys walk back down to Rush and Hal, or what's going on?
Yeah, as soon as I see Wash get Terrence and everyone else is just kind of like, okay, she's gonna like do a slow kind of back up down the mountain and then eventually just kind of turn and start walking towards Howl and Rush as they go.
When you like kind of like walk over, like just start walking back from where you were, you probably do see like, because I like a sad thing, you probably do see like her little sunglasses did fall to the ground.
I'm 100% grabbing those. Yeah. Absolutely.
As like everybody kind of turns to start going, she like gets up and she like probably like has her hands pressed together because they were shaking when she did stand up, and she's just like, hold on, we're all just gonna take this thing to a town full of people. We all think this is just a good idea to take this thing that just almost killed like 3 of us into a town full of civilians.
No, I don't think it's a good idea.
No. But can we leave it here?
Do we have a way to contact someone to take it?
Do you want the DeMarters to have it?
I don't want anyone to have it. But I don't think it's a good idea for us to just carry it into a fucking town full of people. And I didn't think that you would think it's a good idea
I
either.
will die.
We don't know that. And also, I'm sorry to say this, but when we're dealing with a god, I don't think our lives matter.
Not to them.
My life does.
Matters to you. I think we send that diamond away.
Shock and terror from that response. Sorry, yeah. My life matters to you. Jesus Christ.
If I can't have it, send it back.
After one says the spiciest shit ever, Kodak's like gives her like a side eye, like a look, and then she kind of like looks at the ground and then like looks at everyone, and she's like, "I'm not saying we do this, so please don't think that this is my first option, but when they dealt with the other one, if it's gonna keep calling on her, maybe getting this one bound to someone is also a good idea, so it's at least under control."
I was honestly thinking the same thing.
Are you fucking kidding me? Why me? He was like, they would never do that.
I was thinking it too, but I was like, that's a little crazy.
I'm not saying we bind it to Issa. I'm saying when the thread was broken, the person got to make a wish, right? With the diamond. So what if we just use that wish smarter than binding it to someone? What if we use the wish to put them away somewhere?
Where could we put them?
You could make a new pocket and lock them in a pocket, or I don't know, put them behind the big god wall, whatever that is. I didn't go to church that much, but like, I don't know.
I think these things are so far beyond us that if any of us try to mess with them in any way, it will not end well. So tucking it away somewhere where no one can get to it will probably be the best solution.
But what happens when it starts calling on Issa again?
Everyone turns to Issa.
Yeah.
I think I probably would kill Terrence if the diamond calls on me and I haven't done my job.
You are making a horrendous case for keeping the diamond.
Also, that's just for everybody. I know we all know why Issa doesn't like Terrence, but that's a kind of big.
Yeah, Codex looks extremely confused. That's out of pocket.
Yeah, I'm like,
Why Terrence?
Honk shoe.
Yeah. Over Wash's shoulder, just like.
What I'm trying to say is that when this god visits me and tells me to do things, and I try so hard to push it out, and it doesn't always work, and it is trying to bait me into taking swings on Terrence specifically, but it did give me a vision on one as well earlier today, and I don't want that to happen. And I think if I do what it wants me to do, which is release it, maybe that will stop.
Or it could make it worse.
It could.
We've already seen it take you over multiple times just today. And that was it with its limited power.
With the sole purpose of me releasing it. That's all it wanted.
You don't think it would use you as a pawn once it has its full power? Once you release it?
I don't know.
Do you know which god this is?
Yeah.
Who is it?
Yeah. It's Othamir. It's the scarred warlord, god of hatred and violence.
How did he get a hold of you?
I don't know. The only time I've ever, that I know of, interacted is when I saw the vision of my partner. Dead.
I'm assuming we're all still walking down Mountain
Yeah,
Slide.
you're just walking down.
Yeah. We still didn't decide on what to do, and it seems we still want to walk into town with this.
Should we just make a vote?
Issa reaches into her pocket and calls Casimir.
Okay. You kind of like
Collect call.
Yeah, you're like, collect call for Casimir, please. And the operator's like, 1 second.
Well, I can
Connecting.
Slot pops up in the...
It's like the old teleconnectors. We're like,
So
Yeah,
sorry, he's
exactly.
playing the guitar and he's very busy right now.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Just like in like a flash of like almost like this teleportation flash of red. He kind of like, well, things look worse for the wear. What's going on?
We found a diamond.
Huh. Well, Fiora will be pleased.
What would she want it for?
Were you not? Her whole plan of releasing the old guards to get the Divine Gate to open for Horus, the Fair Father, to be then taken.
So she's gonna open it herself.
She doesn't know. She doesn't know how to open the Divine Gate, so her best plan was releasing the guards, seeing that they would most definitely... There must be powers in the universe that would open the Divine Gate, so she could take the Fair Father out and kill him. Horus, the Fair Father.
Is that what you want?
I don't know. What do you want? I mean, do you have concerns of giving it to Fiora?
Yeah. I don't trust her that much, and clearly you don't either. So,
His eyebrows kind of like raise in like a, I wouldn't say I don't trust her. I just think she might be... I think I trust her enough to know how she reacts and does things. She could be volatile. She can be volatile. I mean, if you don't wish to give her the diamond, but you still wish to assist in the mission that has been assigned to the Fated Fates, you could always break the wire or make a wish, which will then inevitably make the wire snap, and I can relay the information to Fiora. If you so wish.
some of us want to break the wire, and some of us don't.
It kind of like looks at all of you and like a little bit of a, why don't you want to?
What's the likelihood that a war god of hatred and violence will come back to bite us in the ass if we release it?
well, here's the thing. There's always going to be someone kind of taking up that mantle. It's just who's on the mantle.
That's a very well put one.
He would also be very handy if we do end up having to face the sun god and having a war god in our back pocket.
Casimir does like have a toothy smile and laugh as he kind of like turns to the side a bit.
If they would play nice with us, but that's a big, big
I
if.
don't think the Scar Warlord would want to play nice with anybody. He barely did, from what we've read in the War of the Gods.
So then he might like swinging at the sun god. We're nothing to him, but another god.
He kind of like turns to look at one, and then Shay saying, kind of going back and forth, and then like kind of smiles, and then turns back to Issa. We're all working on theories currently. The theory that Fiora has, and I do submit to the same theory, is once a god is released, a powers at work will put them behind the divine gate. And then, just as any other god, they'll have the influence as they would. But as one said, that influence is already there. Maybe not by the person who should be doing it, but those gods were designed to do their specific duties. Does not necessarily make them morally good or bad or against others, sure. I wouldn't want to stand very close to a god of hatred and violence, but in the theme of balance, it's a necessity.
Personally, I haven't missed this in the balance.
It was still there. It's just
Hatred and violence?
Yeah.
Hatred and violence still exists, but
it's like a restaurant has to keep going even though somebody's not there. You might not have the best person behind the counter or whatever, but it's still running.
though I will say when you do lose, you have the host taking over as the chef, reviews will start to plummet, and our theory is things might go stale in a bad way. We're not religious types, though we did learn a lot in our research behind what is, we believe, the Fair Father's power has done to corrupt the world. Not because of him, but he kind of just shrugs.
I like how he would look at Issa. We're not the religious types.
Yeah, we're not the religious types of these. So I didn't realize I did that until after you said
Everyone's
that.
around. Kaz, how has Arathia changed since she bound herself to Kesek?
Well, Wraithia's not the type to share much unless she feels in contract to. But if you wish to know what my theory is on it, let's say you release the Scarred Warlord. You release Othamir. My theory is, at least whatever powers have been put in place will immediately put that greater god behind the Divine Gate. That didn't happen with what Arathia did. She tethered the Shadowed Fear, Kesek, to her. She's a mortal. So I'm assuming it has disguised Kesek, the Shadowed Fear, to be perceived in the universe as a mortal.
Has it limited his power?
Oh, for sure. It would have to. I'm sure there's power still transferable to Arathia, but not in the way of a greater god. Because if he had his power, he would just snap her dead.
So if I bound Othamir to me,
He kind of smiles and gives this smirk and this, raised eyebrow. Well, Issa, what I will say is, Arathia already revels in sorrow, suffering, and pain. Not that she is one that is, but she likes to revel in it. So if you'd like to bind yourself to a god of hatred and violence, I guess that wish is yours.
I'm just trying to see what's the safest option.
I don't know if it's the safest, but if you wish to know my theory and Fiora's, if you release him, very quickly, he will be put behind the Divine Gate. But this is also, we're working by, if I could reference to Terence, but I can't right now, the scientific method, trial and error.
He wakes up.
He's like, thank God, you saved me. You said the magic words. I mean, the chemical words. I mean, the periodic table words.
He speaks in his sleep, just like, yeah, science.
Yeah.
I mean,
That potentially could not be the case. Maybe use, if we want to keep this as a safe thing, I would say just use the diamond to wish him behind the Divine Gate. He is back where he should be. And if there are any consequences from the diamond, I doubt they would come in a form with that wish. I have theories on that as well, if you wish to know. Not that kind of wish, though, and he winks and chuckles to himself.
if we want to wing it, we could wish Willow back.
It's one of the wisest things I've ever heard you say.
Shut the fuck up.
How quickly did Arathia make her wish? One.
It was pretty fast.
I mean, we were working by that time. I think the theory was even less of knowing what could be possible. You could potentially, I would assume, you can wish with the diamond without breaking it. But doing that, once the diamond's gone, it's going to be broken. Or once you break the wire, the diamond is free for wishing. But you could try wishing with it out. I'd say do that first, and then if you can't, then break it to wish. But if you break it first, then wish, and you wish for not putting him behind the divine gate, who knows? And if that's not the case, if he's not put behind immediately, there is the safe option to wish him behind the divine gate. Fiara will be angry that no more knowledge has been found out, but then it's safely done. But also it's easy to quell her anger with that, because at least progress is being made if information is not being gathered. Would you like to hear my theories on a wish?
Issa, like, kind of laughs a little bit. She's like, yes, Gaz, please, tell all of your theories.
I don't think these wishes do not have consequence. Now, I only have the one that I know was used by Arathia. My theory is these wishes, these diamonds that are held with 1,000 versions of a wish spell, or whatever, they must somehow negate that of the god they're holding. So if you have the god of hatred and violence, I'm assuming whatever wish you might make will be turned to somehow still work in the favor of hatred and violence, because, in a way, Kessak is suffering. The Shadowed Fear, god of pain, sorrow, and suffering, has been made tethered to a mortal.
So we should wish something fueled by hatred.
No, I'm saying if you wished for 1,000 gold, there could be a chance that wishing for 1,000 gold will make you a hated person, a violent person. You hate the idea of gold. You're violent when it comes to gold. Who knows? My theory is there's a consequence that related to the god that it ties.
Makes sense.
Maybe don't wish Willow back.
She goes back and she's a serial killer.
Yeah. She is very unpleased with us.
Yeah.
There could be a way that you could word it in such a way that you wish Willow back. I don't know. Wish Willow back
But she's
as payment for the Scarred Warlord being sent behind the Divine Gate, because at least he'll hate that. Like,
I mean,
I know wishing him behind the Divine Gate will make him probably very angry and violent. So I feel like that is a safe bet. Most of the gods wishing them just back behind the Divine Gate with the diamond, I'm sure, will be the easiest one. But I think if you wish for something like your loved one back to life, there could be a turn of hatred or violence that you did not intend to be tied to it.
I think like a single tear is falling from my face because she wanted so badly to like wish Guy back to life, but she knew it wasn't going to be a good idea. Yeah, she takes a deep breath. There's like one tear that's fallen down my face because she's known this whole time since she's interacted with this god, and like they mentioned the diamond, that she wants to use the wish to bring back Guy, but she knows that it's not a good idea. And I think this is finally her like accepting that it's not a good idea, so I wish it behind the Divine Gate. Is that the consensus?
Once we get information, sure.
Do you think you're the best person to make that wish?
Yes.
You were already influenced by the god once. What if it gets free and it just influences you again to make something other than that wish?
I think I'm going to wish before I release it.
Okay.
I don't want it to tether to someone else.
Well, any information that we get, if we want to go forward with this, from this god of hatred and violence, Casimir, you can take back to VR, yes?
I could, but I feel like if you wish it behind the Divine Gate, that'll just be what it is. Again, Fiora won't be too happy about that because her goal is to open the Divine Gate, but shrugs his shoulders. From my theories, This could all be wrong. And he kind of like raises his hands, like he's like, these could all be wrong. But with the theory that I'm going after and what Fiara's going after, shrugs his shoulders a little bit, like just kind of softly.
It seems that if we want to work on the safest option, we just release him right into it.
Or wish him to be behind it.
Exactly.
Now, all of my theories could be wrong. But I know with that wish, he's behind the divine gate.
Sure.
You could potentially not even be able to wish for that. That might be too strong of a wish. Who knows? It's not like you can wish to become another god. There's no way. Diamonds, they still might, but diamonds existed before they had gold wrapped around them. Otherwise, we would be flooded with a billion greater gods that would just came out of the woodwork. So there is a limit to these wishes, I assume from my theories. Well, I should say ours. It's also Fiara.
He's just silently nodding as Kaz explains that.
She like scrubs her face a little bit with her hands, and she's like, what if... So we're gonna have to deal with all these problems eventually, or like Zaharis is going to show up and deal with all these problems, maybe.
Not necessarily, you could just find all the diamonds and wish them behind the divine gate. My sister would be very, very upset, but...
Yeah, but I'm thinking if we're trying to keep everything in a collective bad instead of like in a spread out bad, and we're choosing not to wish this thing behind the divine gate, would it be the worst thing to wish to fuse this god with the other god that's already trapped inside and bound to someone?
Find this god to Kesek,
Holy
so they're all bonded to each other.
Because then it's just all in one big problem, but you said that his powers are weakened and Arathi already has control, so...
But what? Are we gonna have like...
I don't think adding more power to Kesek is a good idea.
Casimir goes, so you have a lot of trust and faith in Arathia?
No, absolutely not. But I'm just saying it puts all the problems in one spot, attached to one person.
She is more powerful now that she has the Shadowed Fear connected to her. So if you want to add the Scarred Warlord, why not?
Casimir, I don't like the attitude you're giving me. I'm just trying to give other options right now.
That wasn't supposed to be attitude. I'm just saying, why not?
Okay, well,
Okay,
it's coming off kind of shitty.
stop. We're not... No. I don't think putting two Trespasser gods in the same mortal being is a good idea. That is one that I am striking off the table. Sorry, Codex.
Just picturing Arathia with like one of those like toddler leashes that they use in kindergarten. They're all being held onto by greater gods.
I'm just saying, I know it's not a great idea, and I prefaced it with, it's a bad idea, but it's all putting all of the bad stuff in one place, and if the goal is to get Zaharis to come through and do something about the bad, at least it's all in one place when he shows up and smites the shit out of things, or whatever.
Oh, no, that's not what the plan is at all.
Oh, is the plan to go in?
No, Fiara doesn't want the Fairfather to come here to smite anybody. Fiara wants the Fairfather to come here to execute him.
Yeah, I know, but like if he's here and doing the smiting, then you can just execute him when he shows up.
What if we just ask the god of hatred and violence to kill the Fairfather?
And that's the campaign.
And the campaign's over.
Completed.
It's been fun.
The problem with that is Zaharis and Quaidona, the Fairfather and the Moon Mother, are the strongest out of the entire pantheon of greater gods, considering they are the firstborn, and they are the protectors of your world. So I do think that being behind the Divine Gate as a wish, if you're able to enact that wish, will probably be your cap,
I say we just pull the trigger on that.
is my theory.
At this point, yeah, it's kind of the best option we got.
Shake Terrence's head, yes.
She does. Alright, so the plan here that we're all voting on currently is we want to cut this gold binding to release this god of hatred and violence, to then use the diamond to wish this god of hatred and violence behind the divine gate, and then we'll be done with this whole situation right here.
Inverse of that, we try the diamond first. If that doesn't work, that's step number 2.
Should we give that a go?
I agree with Shay and Wash.
I like it. I've never released a god before, let's do it.
This is your first time?
Codex.
I don't like any of it, but I don't think I really have much of a choice, so do what you want.
Are you so opposed to the god being behind the divine gate?
I don't know how any of this works, Casimir, and I honestly have a feeling that whatever we do is not going to work out the way we want it to work out, so...
He kind of shrugs and like, I see that.
Respect.
May I ask that we do this somewhere away from other people? I don't want my friend Hal to get in any part injured by whatever might pop out of this diamond, or any other innocent people that might be in a village nearby.
I stop walking.
Then let's do it right here.
Do you want to do it now? It's 3 votes to put him behind the divine gate.
If Terrence were conscious, I'm sure he'd have the same thought.
Yeah.
Wash nods his head
Like, a
again.
little bit of blood trickling from his back. Like,
Yeah, he's like, has like a broken nose and like black eye.
Poor Terrence.
probably Casimir would say, report on your findings. And you just see, like, it's almost like he dissipates, like, the same color of the sending stone. He wasn't actually there.
Yeah, I think she's like reaching into her pocket. It's 3-2. And I take out the diamond and I hold it in my hand.
I would say, like, as Issa pulls out the Codex, probably just like reaches up and grabs onto like her little half coin necklace that she wears, and she's gonna cast a message, but it doesn't go that far. Like, she knows it's not gonna reach it, but she's just gonna cast a message and target her brother and her parents and just be like, "Love you guys."
Oh,
Jesus.
baby.
Oh god.
All right.
You said the whole 3-2 thing out loud, though, right?
Yeah, I said it's 3-2, and I reached in to grab the diamond.
So you don't agree, Issa?
I think it probably impacted Arathia, but I think she made the right call in tethering it to a mortal body.
I've seen you firsthand consumed by the hatred that this thing holds. I don't think you would like it.
I think once it's released, it doesn't matter where it is.
You can see that she's like stewing a little bit. Unfortunately, as one of the only people here who has seen what this looks like, it's not as simple or as pleasant or as nice as you want it to be.
It's not going to be nice.
You think that
None of this
one
is gonna be
mortal
nice.
can handle it. It's not going to work like that. It's going to make you pretty much protected, but at what cost?
I'm gonna do what you guys want to do.
Then do it right now.
I wish.
I wish one would never speak again.
I wish with all my heart.
I wish.
Dragon tails.
Dragon tails.
Don't get copyrighted.
Yeah, no more. No more beats.
I hold it in my hand and I say, I wish for the Scarred Warlord to be behind the Divine Gate, locked away.
Okay. You kind of watch as you wish it, the diamond does disappear. It kind of like implodes on itself and kind of like this very crystalline sound of cracking as it then like kind of like implodes, and you see this little ring of white light that kind of goes around the gold wrapping that you see breaks, but there's still like this protective white around it as you watch this like being kind of come out of it, probably about 10 feet tall, obviously not what his actual size would be, but like what it would look like to you. It looks like this very dark humanoid, almost like you can't tell if it's like charcoal black or if it's like a really, really deep, dark wine red skin, kind of covered in this tattered, burnt, silvered armor, but it's not really silver, it looks more black, but just burnt, with 3 arms on either side, so 6 in total, 3 pairs. He has this helmet that overgoes his head, and where his eyes would be, they look like these really scarlet red horns that come out of his eyes that have cracks, as well as what looks like chain from his helmet kind of goes down around behind his ears over his collarbone. You just see he's like kind of like stiffly bound by this white light before, and he's gone.
Immediately, I just start walking towards where I know the rest of the group is.
Okay.
Well, hopefully that worked, and then I'll follow.
Is there any talk, or is it just quiet walk down to Rush and Hal?
It's far less climactic than I expected.
Wash is going to apologize to Shay. Sorry about kind of lashing at you earlier.
It's alright.
Yeah, it's been a rough day.
I can imagine. I saw you broken in 2? And then you started glowing. A lot.
Shit.
Yep.
Alright.
Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. This kid isn't too heavy, so that's fine too.
How old are you? I'm like 22.
I'm not asking about the tiny little load you're carrying.
Release the load. Help me carry the load. I can't carry your load, but I can't carry you.
Yeah, I know. No, I'm fine.
Alright.
Cool. And he's gonna slow down his pace so he's not walking next to you anymore.
You just like fade into the.
Yeah. She gives like a half smile as that happens. She like she like slightly pauses to like be there, but she's like, nah. Keep going. When are you leading?
Yeah, I'm trying to get to...
Yeah. As you get down to Rush and Hal, Rush is fully dressed again and kind of just sitting there with Hal, and then kind of looks up to all of you. Is it done?
It's done. Let's
Great,
go.
Let's go.
There's a moment of like
Why don't
pause.
we get to that?
There's only a moment where it's like...
Unless someone's going to try to speak to Rush.
No.
Absolutely not.
No, Shane's just
I
gonna
didn't
go
want to
to
talk to him before he was now upset.
Issa only messages I'm sorry again.
Lucky it's you. I think even though you guys had a spat, I think because you guys just talked for a second, like Rush just kind of like it's that like such a slight nod that's you can't even tell it's a nod, but just that like very slight like nod and then continues forward.
Issa can barely tell it's a nod because she's about to bleed out. So
It's true.
Probably like at that time Hal's coming over to try to help anyone who needs help with healing, but he's also mostly tending to Rush. You guys continue forward because that was God. It's only like 1 p.m. Maybe.
We did not use anywhere near our 2 hours of time limit
No.
to do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
It's like
so we met their expectations. We had 2 hours. We killed it in less than that.
Yeah, I don't know why they're mad.
Release the
Yeah, it was fine.
That is the dead.
Simple Tuesday. Honestly, can I lag towards the back?
sure.
Preferably alone. And I have a question, and it's gonna be weird. When the magic explosion happened, did it feel like it was building in her chest? Like, where did the pain originate from?
I would say it built up from your toes and crinkled your nose. Wherever it
Oh,
goes.
God.
So no,
orgasmic.
I couldn't resist.
Does it make me smile?
It made you
Please
smile.
stay for a while.
You went to stay for a while. Yeah, I'm sorry. I couldn't not. But I would say it built up from like the pads of your feet. Like it felt like it came from like underneath you through your feet to your like chest and your sternum and exploded at your chest and sternum.
Okay. This is also gonna sound weird, but like if she's lagging towards the back and no one is like, she's gonna like, she's gonna just like lift her shirt like enough that she can like reach up and like touch where her sternum is just to make sure there's no like damage, and she'll like peek down just to make sure she's okay. 'Cause she only has 13 HP, so she's like also kind of fucked up.
Yeah, oddly enough, even though you feel like maybe it's a phantom pain, but you feel pain there, it looks fine. Maybe it's a phantom pain, but it looks fine.
Cool. Yeah, she'll just lag towards the back and be very quiet.
So, you guys spend a long time after that walking. 6 hours
Oof.
Holy shit.
before night starts to fall.
Thank God I don't have to walk.
Yeah, Wash is carrying you the whole time, poor guy.
Us being like, whoo, thank God. Khan's like, anyway, you see the monster.
Spins around and flings them.
Khan's face looks like that's about what's gonna happen.
Oh, cool.
If we're walking for 6 hours, at least Codex would be like, can we rest for an hour? Can we take a short rest?
If you even try to ask Rush will just turn and look at you and continue forward and says, say if you want. But he'll go forward. If you want to stop, you can, but he's going to go forward without you.
What does he say? Stay behind if you want to?
Yeah.
She's gonna like make this exasperated, like frustrated noise and just be like, I just think it would be smarter if we at least got some rest before we run into some other shit.
Then stay.
She just kind of like looks at everyone else and she looks frustrated.
Rush, we're not gonna be a lot of help if we don't rest before we get there.
Then stay.
Okay.
Are you stopping? Yeah.
One never stopped.
So is Kodak stopping, or is just Issa stopping?
I rolled to see how insensitive Codex was going to be.
Holy shit.
I love it.
I'm glad I'm going to. I would like.
How like rough does Rush look?
It doesn't look great.
She's gonna look at him, even if he's not looking at her, and she's just gonna like scrub at her face again and just be like, I know you're angry and upset, but being stupid, it's not an excuse to be stupid right now. You said it yourself, the wilds are dangerous.
He probably stops at that. Like, you just see his back.
And I'm sorry that this all happened, and I'm sorry I can't fix it, but I know you're smarter than this.
He stands there for like a pretty long second. He just continues forward.
Shay puts a hand on Hal's shoulder, and then back to the people that paused, and then over at Rush.
Someone should go with him. So, and Hal just kind of continues forward.
Can Issa message Rush again? Just like she's already stopped. Please stop. You're gonna die if you go alone.
I don't care.
I know.
Then give me at least till we get there. Then we can rest.
Fine. And Issa starts walking again.
Alright. Is Kodak still walking?
If everybody else is just continuing, she's just gonna like throw up her hands and then just like continue lagging at the back and just kind of like walk, but she is annoyed.
Yeah. Yeah, so full 6 hours pass. Probably like, as you get there, it's probably like 6:30 to 7, so the sun is falling. Like, as the sun like fully like kind of like clinks across the sky to like the horizon is gone. I would say at a point during that 6 hours, Rush does get in front of everybody and is just walking like within your sight, but in front of everybody. As he gets to the end of this pass, you do see it kind of seems to like, from everyone's vision, it dips off into a lower elevation. So whatever might be seen from that higher vantage, Rush sees first. You watch as he gets to this edge where it looks like it drops off for the lower elevation, probably like a trail down. That's the first time you see Rush stop. As you approach to where Rush is, you see like literally it is a larger dip down, but like this like trail. It looks like when you get to the edge of where he is, there is like kind of this like windy trail, right, left to like get down. But they're literally you can literally see the entire town in plain view. Not far, but like beneath. Like if you took a jump, like you die. Like, but like don't take a jump, but like you can see everything pretty clearly, and it's weirdly like silent. There are no lights, no flames lit anywhere around. Rush immediately like looks back at all of you, does not give you like a look of like any knowing, just like looks at all of you, just like see that you're all there, and starts going down that little windy path.
Yeah, okay, I'll say more.
Is everyone else following?
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
But I am still always going to be sticking with Hal. Just blanket statement.
Before we like go, because I'm assuming I'm the last person to start down the incline. Can I just like look back from where we came from?
Yeah.
I just want to like scan the horizon line.
Yeah, it's just like kind of the emptier path that you saw before. Also,
Yeah.
I would say from there forward, I feel like the vibes were so off, no one probably noticed, or not like took huge note of it. But from when you guys went up to get the diamond forward, you did not pass any wanderers that time, at all. The 6 hours, you did not pass a single wanderer left on the path.
Yeah, she'll like scan the horizon for like movement, but then can we still see like the mountain that we were trying to?
The best way I can describe it is like you're in a valley between two mountain sides of this huge mountain range. Not huge, but mountain range.
So like her eyes will probably just wander towards the mountain where all this shit went down for like a second, and then she'll kind of turn and start heading down the trail.
As you guys make your way all the way down, it is immediately like as you get to the flat, the lower elevation that everything else is on, it is immediately like walled, like a stone wall for this stone wall. It's a road barrier. No, but there's like a stone wall that is around this town and a gate, and you do see a hanging sign that says carpeted. The gates are completely open, non-guarded. It does look like there are 2 parapets where there would be guards. It's a ghost town. Right on the other side of, like, you see Rush is like still ahead of you guys, probably like 10 feet. But right on the other side of him in that gate, he sidesteps to give you all view, and you see what looks like a couple piles of skin of ribbons.
V2 probably comes down, the gun comes out.
Yeah, my swords are out. But Shay's kind of like, oh, I don't know if I can do anything, but like, I'm ready.
Watch just switches grips on Terrence so his arm and leg are in
He
one.
takes Terrence and cocks him.
I was just thinking I'd be an improvised weapon.
I feel like
We can tie Terrence to Wash with a baby Bjorn using the sash that I wear if you want.
But I'm just gonna say this now, so don't let me forget for next episode. All of your vials that were outside are broken.
Oh,
They all got broken.
Not the ones that were in your, not the 20 that are safe, but like there was like what 13 in total at before you took some.
They got broken in the last fight, so I only had 2 left on my person. The rest were in.
Yeah. So you have the rest that are in the thing.
Okay, so I only have 20.
Yeah. Which is still a pretty.
What about the other 3 that were loose in my bag?
What do you think?
Yeah, I draw my weapons.
Yeah.
And under her breath, she's like, I knew this was a bad idea.
I've been carrying my axe the whole time.
6 hours?
Yeah,
Girl
I'm
boss.
strong. I can do whatever I want.
Right, you're right.
Isa is really under the mind that she can do literally whatever she wants.
my gun's broken. I don't have my gun.
You don't have your gun,
that's
you're right.
true.
Oh, then you probably see her like the musket has a bayonet at the end. She probably just like takes that and is holding it kind of like.
Got it.
Right.
That's like a dagger almost.
Yeah.
Couldn't
Like
you
a
fix it
short
on
sword.
the walk?
No.
I'd have to sit.
Yeah.
We should fix your gun while you're walking.
God, what kind of artificer are you?
He sidesteps the gate so that you guys are all focused on like the pools of skin ribbon that is all around you, and then he kind of like, as you guys are like, oh my god, he's back in the middle of that main road, so you can see kind of the arch of the gate on the other side of him, but you can't see the full scope of it with him in front of you. And you watch as he puts down both of his hands, and you like from behind him, you see the back of his hands curl up into wolf hands. He kind of like turns his head slightly to look back at everybody, and you see has his snoot is grown. But he has like a forming snout. He like looks straight to Hal and says, "Get them out." When you see him move a bit, kind of like turning, you do see standing on the other side, complete other side of the town. So it's pretty far. Like, I couldn't give you a distance because I don't know how to do those things. But like the other side of like a medium-sized town, let's just call it, right? You see the gate on the other side, and it just looks like a silhouette is standing, like a silhouette of a humanoid is standing in the other side. And all you can make out is like 2 glints of where you assume eyes would be. And with this humanoid silhouette's hands down, it looks like where 5 fingers would be are all these like long, glinting claws, nails.
Lady Damatresque?
They're not that long, but they're long. But like the best way I can describe it is you see this black silhouette, and you just see like two white pins for where eyes would be, and then like shining claws. And Rush turns to Hal and says, "Get them out of here." Immediately, Rush is going to get on all 4 and rush to.
We knew it was gonna happen.
You said it. You said the thing.
And rush towards this silhouette that's on the complete other side. Like, I don't even know, 200 feet, 300 feet, 400 feet far.
Yeah, far enough for us to make
The
out
full
pretty
diameter
well.
of the town.
Could I have cast Bless on Rush before we leave? Like right before, as he like turns around and says that, like quick, a Bless to Rush.
Yeah, I'll allow it. Hal turns and says, "Give me a place."
I'll keep.
He reaches out to hand you, Shay. As he reaches out your hand, anybody who's still looking at Rush is kind of like whoosh, 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 weaving through the streets. You just see that thing standing there. I need you to make an intelligence check just to focus on the keep.
16.
16. Okay.
It was a check, not a save, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
16. Perfect. He looks at everybody else. It's either you stay or you go.
Well, I'm going.
As you watch behind his back, you see like what looked like it was a cape he was wearing, kind of like out to these large black wings.
Cool.
And you kind of see like a circle, like an arcane circle, just start to be carved in the ground beneath you, just like from Hal's mind and words he starts spitting out, and it kind of like makes this little tiny circumference that you can either step in or out.
I'm rolling in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wash Issa Codex.
Getting in that bitch.
I think you're
Yeah, I'll
gonna
go.
I leave Terrence out.
Also,
Issa doesn't want to get in.
If you don't want to, Shay's gonna pull you in.
Yeah.
I think Issa would eventually get in before everyone left. I think she's just trying to get one last glimpse of, like, the situation. But she will be getting into the circle. She knows, like, I know I can't stay, you know?
Perception. I'll give you that. If everybody else is stepping in, I'll give you a roll perception.
I actually want to try and get a better look at this thing and see if it reminds me of anything like what I saw in the woods the night with the rats.
Noted. Both of you roll perception, and then at a point, Shay, even if you guys are going to, Shay's going to pull you both in.
I got a 19.
I got a 14.
You both see it. As you guys both just stand there trying to get a look at this thing that Rush is like, it's hard to like get a full glimpse always because Rush is just like darting, like almost zigzagging through the streets towards, or the street, the main road, towards this silhouette. So as you two are standing there, just kind of like, in a way, frozen in curiosity, but probably a little bit of fear, as you see Rush kind of zigzagging through that main road towards the other side, the other gate of Carpetit. You see this thing, this silhouette. Again, it is a full humanoid silhouette, 2 arms, 2 legs, head. The eyes seem to like tilt down as if it's almost like getting ready to move, if you will. And you just see what looks like one step, like one of its legs step forward a little bit, and the hands on either side that have the long, sharp nails, claws, something. You see one swipe, but you can't really tell it's a swipe. You just see like kind of like a ting, as however many nails or claws are on that side splits like a building, probably 4-story building on its side, in that many slices before Shay grabs you and pulls you in. You all appear into the pale white castle keep, and that is where we're going to end today's session.
As our hearts fall on the floor.
What is it?
So you said she was hung, huh?